Why losing belly fat is such a good idea. Everyone knows that obesity has become a major problem in modern society. Everyone knows it, but it is still a growing problem and more people fit into the category every year. People know when they are gaining weight, of course, but they still eat the same things in the same amounts, while doing little to nothing in the way of physical activity. Modern conveniences have made things too easy, so that someone can go for months at a time without engaging in any meaningful physical activity whatsoever. Weight loss is an important consideration, especially when it comes to losing belly fat, that spare tire that folds over the waistband of pants and makes people feel generally lumpy and out of shape. Belly fat is a little different from other kinds of fat. In fact, it just may be hazardous to your health. There are a number of misconceptions regarding belly fat, and it may be these very misconceptions that keep that belly fat in place. What's the problem with belly fat? The danger of belly fat lies in the way it is created and its meaning to the body itself. When fat collects around the middle, especially in those who have an apple-shaped body, it can mean that there is a thick layer of internal fat around the organs. This is sometimes called the deep layer of brown fat. This fat is a big risk factor for conditions such as heart disease and diabetes. Belly fat is also more difficult to lose, since it is buried so deep in the body. This brown fat is the last to be stored as energy, no matter how much one exercises. Not only is belly fat more dangerous and more unhealthy than other types of fat, it is also more obvious than fat that collects on the thighs or the backside, making it generally more unattractive than other kinds of fat. It is much more difficult to conceal rolls of belly fat than it is to hide thick thighs. Losing belly fat can be an important step to healthy self-esteem. Myths regarding belly fat: working on your abs, whether with machines, supplements, pills, lotions, creams, or just plain exercise, doesn't really do much to reduce belly fat, at least not in the way the advertisements claim. Spot reducing is largely a myth. You can't just lose weight from one part of your body while keeping fat in other parts. The only plans that will work are the ones where you lose weight in general, not losing fat in one place and toning that place up. When you start dropping the pounds, all the fat everywhere will decrease, and toning and firming muscle means all the muscles should be toned and firmed. Everyone has a basic body shape. Some people are just straight up and down, even if they are overweight. It's just the way they are. Others just naturally fall into the classic hourglass shape. Others can be prone to be more apple or pear-shaped. Even at their best possible weight, they will have something of that shape, so even if you should manage to lose weight, you'll still have a basic shape that will stay with you. It is very possible to exercise too much when it comes to certain parts of the body. Hundreds of crunches per day may not reduce belly fat, but it will create heavier abdominal muscles underneath the fat. Once the fat is gone, you may still look fat, because muscle has replaced that layer of fat. Finally, there isn't any certain food group that automatically makes one part of the body or another fat. Avoiding carbohydrates will not reduce the accumulation of belly fat or make it go away more quickly. There is no food that goes straight to your thighs or right to your hips. There are any number of factors that determine how each individual carries excess weight, most of them genetic. Basically, no one can do anything about it in that regard. Different people carry extra weight in different ways. Ways to lose weight: once the time has come to lose not just belly fat, but all the extra weight you want to drop, you'll have to do it the right way. The right way is not the fad diets that pop up every week, nor is it taking on some bland and boring diet that most people give up after a few weeks because it takes all the joy out of eating entirely. Also, be careful of any diets that have a drastic reduction in calories. Calories are necessary, and too few can be a great risk to your health in general. Everyone needs protein, everyone needs carbohydrates, and yes, everyone even needs fat. Everyone also needs foods that taste good, look appealing, and are fun to eat. When a diet is bland, boring, and tasteless, no one is going to follow it. It's just easier to go back to the old ways of eating. If you want to lose belly fat, a few little changes may be enough, instead of making huge life changes in the way you eat and exercise. Protein can be a great help when it comes to losing weight, especially when using supplements like ProteinTwistT and ProteinTwistT, both from Protica. Both of these can serve as the perfect between-meal snacks, since protein takes longer to digest, which means it is more satisfying than many other foods for a longer period of time. When the edge is off your hunger, it's easier to eat less. Spreading out meals is a great tactic to keep from eating too much when mealtimes do come, preventing overeating, especially at lunch or dinner. The idea is to give your metabolism exercise. The more work your metabolism has to do, burning food practically all day long, the faster and stronger it will become. Small meals, spaced about 2 to 4 hours apart, ending with a small protein-based snack at the end of the day is a good plan to follow. Start the day with protein and complex carbohydrates to get the energy you need not only to get through the day, but to lose belly fat, and any other excess fat you might be carrying.